All right, so I don't usually make topics like this or videos like this, but it kind of relates, and I'll get there, and I'll try to keep this short. The amount of AI nonsense that I see on the internet is insane. The like the China, this new White Emperor aircraft. It's a stealth-looking, maybe bomber, maybe fighter aircraft. I'm really not sure, and I don't think most people do. I'm sure the U.S. probably has a lot more insight on that than they're going to offer us, which is fine. Who cares? The concern that I find is how many people are concerned about kinetic warfare with China or Russia. Now, the nuclear thing is valid, but the kinetic war thing, they have more stuff and so on and so forth. They also have no, what we like to call TTPs, techniques, tactics, techniques, and procedures. So basically, it's like as you do things and you go through the motions, you get better at it. You go, okay, we do something called a hot wash. So it's like, all right, well, those things definitely didn't work, right? So you're like, all right, well, these things didn't work, or they could have been better. We need better communication. Okay, how do we do that? So on and so forth. So you work through the wickets and the motions. This is not just a military thing. This is FEMA does things like this. Police forces, fire departments, anybody who does any kind of like large scale procedures, exercises, whatever, they're all looking to do the same thing. When they're done and everything's wrapped away, a handful of people get together and they go, okay, I was looking at the top down and I can tell that our communication could have been better. Comms went down, or didn't have enough resources or supplies. Very typically, it's logistics. Well, I can tell you that we're not the greatest at a lot of things in this country, but what I can tell you is that you would be shocked how many TTPs we've created over time to make it work well for us, because we have failed a bunch of times, and it takes failure to be successful. I don't care what anybody says. So for like the average person, the untethered, right? The person that I'm trying, my audience, I want to be, what kind of things can you do? Protect your cyber, protect your life. Don't put a lot of different types of information out there if you don't have to. Practice living untethered. Okay, I know that's a selling point or something, but you have to be able to live without the support of a large array of technology. And what I would suspect that our real threat would be to like national security is really just our infrastructure. So knowing how to clean water properly, knowing how to stay warm, even if an enemy or an adversary or a local thing happens, a natural disaster, the infrastructure goes down, whether it's for 12 hours, 24 hours, 3 days, or 3 months. Start to get a little more familiar with how to take care of yourself without as much technology. Sure, they'll probably get like secondary or tertiary systems up to help you out, whatever the case might be, but inevitably, you're going to want to be a little bit better prepared than your neighbor. And if you can get really well at it, then help your neighbor. Obviously, we should be doing that. We should be helping our neighbors out and trying to rebuild a community as everything around you starting to collapse. So I watched like 15 of these AI video things this morning. I was like, man, this is crazy. And the amount of people that are like, oh my gosh, the world's going to end. Not for you. Right? We're in the greatest country in the world, and I know a lot of people don't believe that, but when you look at it from a like holistic standpoint, we have the most resources in the sense of if we needed it, the oil and all that stuff. I don't even want to get into any of that, but we have tons of natural water. We have water springs, we have rivers. You can go anywhere in this country and literally experience what most of the world experiences in individual countries. We have deserts, we have forests, we have oceans, we have rivers, we have massive lakes that are the size of seas. We also have a really bad infrastructure, but a really good system of logistics. However, that's very dependent on technology. Can you go get clean water? Do you know where to go for that? Can you protect yourself? Can you defend yourself? Are you capable of doing it? Have you done it one time? Have you purified water or started a fire less than 5 times? So that's the kind of stuff we should be thinking about. And yeah. All right, awkward transition, but my youngest son came down, so I don't put their faces in my social media posts or anything like that, unless I just don't catch it or notice it. So yeah, I just basically wanted to summarize kind of like the preparedness mindset, but not necessarily as like hardcore as amazing channels like Fieldcraft Survival and even the Dirty Civilian. He's awesome. So those guys do really amazing work, and I'll leave that to them. But this is kind of for the average person. So this is for the person who is seeing this AI stuff on Facebook and YouTube, and they're getting scared or nervous or whatever the case might be, and they don't really have a good foundation on like what to believe or whatever the case might be. So this is kind of just like a way to like let people know it's okay, but you should just go get outside, live untethered, right? You know, go out there, do your thing, have fun, enjoy yourself, but learn a little bit about being less dependent on the systems that you don't have control over. And yeah, just you know, go out there, live adventurous. I promise you the skills you gain from getting out there and doing other things, they'll pay dividends if we get down to some kind of conflict with another competitor. So yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Please give me a like, follow, subscribe. I know my stuff isn't as polished, my environment isn't as fancy. I'm trying to stand up a small business while I'm still in the military and you know, raising boys and trying to write a book for kids and stuff like that. So I really appreciate the support, all 5 of you that'll watch this. But I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.